If this is the end, maybe that is the real horror. A gaming legend, Glen Schofield, the visionary who dragged us screaming into the chilling depths of dead space, has put down the controller. Not with thunder, but with a whisper. Not in glory, but in quiet truth. He didn't blame the fans. He didn't blame the market. He blamed the industry, this AAA gaming machine we've built. 8 months. That's how long Glen and his daughter, Nicole, an artist in her own right, poured their souls into creating something new. Not just another horror game. It could have been a new subgenre. But how much does a dream cost? $17 million. Then they were told, try to do it for $10 million. Then, bring it down to $5 million. Then came the unspoken truth. Even that was too much. So Glen made a brutal decision. Some ideas are better left untouched than done cheap. That line cuts deep. It's not just a quote. It's an autopsy of ambition. The kind of sacrifice only artists understand. Because in 2025, to make a AAA game, you have to bleed for it. Not just money, but soul. We were promised the Callisto Protocol, a spiritual successor to Dead Space. Gruesome trailers, blood-soaked melee, crawling dread. What we got didn't match. It felt like a haunted shell of what it wanted to be. Performance issues, devs left out of the credits, studio crunch, a game that survived release but didn't live. Krafton wanted a billion-dollar blockbuster. Instead, they got a beautiful failure. And the industry murmured, horror doesn't sell like it used to. No one wants to fund that anymore. Maybe Glen Schofield is done. But you want to know what the real horror is? Not necromorphs, not prison moons, not monsters hiding in the dark. The real terror is how this industry devours the very people who build it. In 2025, creating a AAA game means budgets over $100 million, studios pushed to breaking, publishers chasing microtransactions, not magic. Original ideas? Too risky. New IPs? Too expensive. Got a great idea? Prove it on TikTok before you write the script. After all that, Glen said, maybe I've directed my last game. That's not surrender. That's an alarm bell. The industry is on pause. AAA feels like a long ways away. Studios are collapsing. Projects greenlit, then quietly killed. Great ideas get buried beneath monetization charts. $17 million is too much to ask. Meanwhile, $300 million is spent on Marvel mobile card games no one even remembers. Where are our priorities? This isn't a war of technology. It's the death of creativity by spreadsheet. So now Glen says he's going back to his art. He's painting again, writing again, imagining worlds he knows no publisher will touch. But he hasn't given up on us. I miss it. The team, the chaos, the joy of building something for fans. That joy is exactly what corporations had forgotten. Games are not just ROI. They're not loot boxes. They're not battle passes. Games are madness. Games are emotion. Games are risk. So how many legends have to fade before we pay attention? Ken Line vanished after BioShock Infinite. Amy Hennig's Star Wars game was killed before it even lived. Hideo Kojima fired, only to be begged to return later. Now, Glen Schofield, a pillar of AAA horror, pushed out because ambition costs too much. In a world where horror is seen as financial risk, the price tag itself is what slays the creator, not the monster. And he leaves us with this. I'm still here, painting, writing, being an artist, but maybe I've directed my last game. So we have to ask, did he fail? Or did we fail him? We stopped encouraging risk. We stopped valuing craftsmanship. We stopped believing a horror game could change the world. And in that, maybe the real horror isn't in our games anymore. Maybe it's inside us. Did this story hit you? Share this video. Brain, if you still believe horror matters, comment below. Heart, if you still feel the cold silence of dead space in your bones, subscribe. Because if we let legends like Glen Schofield disappear quietly, the fear won't be in what we play next. The fear will be in who's left to make it.